So it's 101st episode. No one cares.
Yay.
Yeah. So if you would, I mean, since, the first 100 are done, maybe you can get in on the second 100. You can like, subscribe, and or follow. Oh, and tell your friends to do the same at Podcast Land, Anchor FM, and YouTube.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true, as far as you know.
Ontario police recently pulled over a suspicious motorcycle.
Tum-tum-tum.
What made the motorcycle suspicious, you might well ask?
What made the motorcycle suspicious, I ask? Well,
and I answer, the license plate didn't quite look, how shall we say,
normal?
Official. It had the markings of an Ontario plate, but the slogan was a bit off. The slogan on Ontario plates is typically either yours to discover or a place to grow. This one had a slogan that said, live free or die, typically featured on New Hampshire plates. Also, the word free was misspelled. How
can you misspell free?
I don't know.
Did they leave something out, add something in?
Other than that, it was a perfect replica of an Ontario license plate. There seems to be no truth to the rumor that this is part of a clandestine ring of counterfeit license plate dealers, and it's only the second incident in 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, nearly forgot to mention, they were both hand-painted.
And are not for sale on eBay.
Tone?
Medical cases from recent history that are guaranteed to instill in you an existential dread or a gratitude for your own health. I find this very comforting, as I was for so long tenuously grasping to the thread of life as the COVID disease ravaged my lungs. And I don't know how long I can put up with this.
I don't know. It could, but it could cause death and other disappointments. So
even I'm getting tired of me.
That's why the hospital threw you out.
Exactly. And he can't breathe. We don't care. In 2014, doctors discovered a tumor in the brain of a 4-year-old boy from Maryland. Wait for it. They managed to remove the unwelcome growth, but when they sliced it open, they discovered the tumor contained multiple, fully formed teeth.
Oh my. He was born with that then.
He suffered from a rare brain tumor called craniopharyngioma.
Okay.
Sure.
Whatever. Does it mean teeth in the head?
I'm guessing. Doctors had for the longest time suspected that these growths formed from the same cells that create your teeth. But before this, they'd never seen a tumor with the actual teeth.
Wow.
Chew on that for a minute. 36-year-old Michigan woman went to see the doctors in 2020. If you've recently watched Mr. Roberts, which is leaving HBO Max at the end of the month. Remember Mr. Roberts with Fonda and William Powell?
Yep.
It was just Jimmy Cagney was so bad in that movie. A 36-year-old Michigan woman went to see the doctors in 2020 complaining of abdominal pain and nausea. Not exactly your stellar set of... Doctors took CT scans of the woman over a 48-hour time period. The scan showed something strange. The woman's spleen had moved a distance of more than 1 foot inside her body. Wait for it. There is such a thing known as
wandering spleen.
He guessed it. The condition appears when the ligaments holding the spleen weaken and allow the organ to just start wandering around. I mentioned Mr. Roberts because if you've ever seen the movie, these guys are all stuck aboard a second-class cargo ship with a tyrannical captain for their leader. And whenever there's actual work to be done, sickbay is very busy. William Powell. Remember the Thin Man?
Yep.
William Powell in later years is the doctor. And right after Ty Andrews tried to explain to him that his tinnitus was ding-ding, not ding-dong, guy walks in and goes, Doc, I don't know what it is, but my liver is do blah, 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 blah. Well, that liver has done some great work for you. And now it's even moved to the wrong side.
Ooh.
So I go, yeah, it's a wandering liver. Son, no one believes that. However, if you went with spleen, you might have got more than an aspirin and sent back to work.
Exactly.
Thank you. Wandering spleen.
Chart. On a similar note, charting success in medicine.
Oh,
Exam of genitalia reveals that he is circus-sized. Walk proud, Joe.
can you get that at McDonald's?
The patient was in his usual state of good health until his airplane ran out of gas and crashed.
That will do it for you.
Rectal exam revealed a normal-sized thyroid. For those of you who aren't sure, the thyroid's up here.
Yeah.
That doc had long fingers. There's nothing about this that was comfortable.
I feel bad now. Ew.
Between you and me, we ought to be able to get this lady pregnant. And finally, exam of genitalia was completely negative, except for the right foot.
Nope. An Indian man. Nope. An Indian man is seeking divorce due to her wife's. An Indian man who is seeking a divorce due to his wife's borderline insane cockroach phobia. Okay, raise your hand if you like cockroaches, really. See, nobody really likes them.
He was a salesman at one of the radio stations that we worked at.
A cockroach? He was a salesman at every radio station we worked at. I can only think of, okay, Jim Kerr wasn't.
Jimmy Kerr wasn't, but he did Bowling for Dollars. Remember that?
Well, I didn't say he was, totally normal. Anyway, Indian man looking to divorce his wife because she's pretty much nuts when it comes to cockroaches. And he's tired of moving. The couple from Bhopal in the state of Madhya Pradesh has moved.
It's always there. It's always in that state.
It is. They have moved now 18 times in the past 3 years.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how long they've been married. As revolting as cockroaches are, even to me, that seems a bit excessive. After move number 18, the husband put his foot down, hopefully on a cockroach, because that would help. He wanted to settle down, and he was probably, and quite understandably, slightly concerned for his wife's mental well-being. The man claims he took his wife to see several different psychiatrists. They even went to the All India Institutes of Medical Sciences. Nada. Doctors prescribed her medication. She wouldn't take them because there's nothing wrong with her. Cockroaches are filthy and icky, and you should be afraid of them. Tired of arguing, the man couldn't take it anymore. He's hired a lawyer. His application for divorce is pending. He would, by the way, if this all goes through, get unsupervised. Quick, I need a word. When you have children and you want them, you have either full custody.
Oh, okay. Unsupervised
right.
visitation.
Yeah, he would get full custody.
Oh, okay.
Of the cockroaches.
That'll keep her away. That's better than a restraining order.
An old mind is a terrible thing to have.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.